day can come with incredible new challenges. And while some days are very difficult, they can also be very rewarding.
Sally Clarkson knows this firsthand. Her son Nathan always seemed a little different than other kids his age, but instead of labeling him as someone who needed fixing, she decided to help him be successful because of his differences, not in spite of them.
Let's listen to their story.
When Sally Clarkson's third child, Nathan, was still very young, she had a feeling he was different from other children. He was easily agitated and couldn't sleep and was also bursting with energy.
I can look back and realize it. He would have these behavioral situations because it seemed to me that he wasn't content or at ease inside, and I didn't know what to do.
Nathan also felt he was different.
At 5 or 6 years old, I realized I couldn't control my mind. I couldn't turn it off. I very often got in trouble, a lot more than other kids.
Nathan was diagnosed with ADHD, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and oppositional defiant disorder. Nathan's story is not unique. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says recent estimates show about 1 in 6 children aged 3 to 17 in the U.S. have at least one developmental disability. Slowly, Sally learned that with acceptance, validation, and love, Nathan was able to thrive.
If you want an out-of-the-box child to become a child that you hoped they would be, then you're always going to be fighting against them.
I want people to be able to connect to this story and go, oh, there's someone out there who feels like me. Through these differences, hope can be found, and a life worth living can be found.
Very important story. Sally and Nathan are here today. They've chronicled their journey in their new book called Different.
Also with us is Dr. Sue Varma, a psychiatrist at NYU Langone Medical Center. So welcome to all of you. It's very moving, and especially when you understand that you had 2 children right before Nathan, and they were apple of your eye. Of course, you didn't love them all any different, but they were more what you would call, in quotes, normal children.
That's so true. I thought I was the best mom in the world.
Yeah.
And then Nathan, I had an easy birth, and he came into the world, and I thought, this is going to be easy peasy.
Did you think it was he just needed more disciplining? Maybe he just was rambunctious. He, wasn't paying attention to you. Is that what you initially thought?
No, I don't know. He was, instead of walking the sidewalk, he would walk on the rails, or climb a tree. And he would, it felt like there was a motor inside that was going all the time.
Yeah.
And it was a mystery to me for many years because I got all sorts of advice.
From your perspective, Nathan, what was going on in your head as a little boy? What did it feel like to be you?
Yeah, I think, first of all, I think everyone is different in their own way.
Yeah.
Mine were
Unique
louder.
is a good word.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone's unique. My differences were louder because I was dealing with things like mental illness and learning disabilities. But I think no matter what your differences are, they can make you feel very alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes very separated and isolated.
Were your siblings good to you during the time?
Yeah, she really cultivated a home of support. Of everyone is different, and we're going to love each other unconditionally no matter what.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did it just feel like
said than done.
Yeah, did it just feel, because I know some kids who are this way, did it feel like you couldn't stop? You tried to, but you couldn't do it?
Yeah, like she said, it felt like a motor was inside me. I couldn't control my thoughts.
You couldn't even sleep.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Getting a proper diagnosis wasn't easy. How old was Nathan when you finally got the right diagnosis?
I feel like there's so much more help right now.
Yeah.
But as I was going through
pre-internet.
Yeah, pre-internet, and we moved quite a bit, and I just kept studying him and thinking, is this something I'm doing wrong? Is it something that's wrong with him? But I was kind of an out-of-the-box kid, and so
you come by this naturally.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So.
But you're also a woman of faith, and I'm sure that was a tremendous support for you.
It really was, and I remember one day I was on my knees thinking, I don't know if I'm the right mom. And so I was praying, and I thought, how am I going to do this? And I feel like God whispered in my ear and said, it's going to be a long journey, but I'm going to hold him. Don't you carry him. Let me carry him, and you enjoy who he is.
That's beautiful. Dr. Varma, from your perspective, if there are parents who are feeling lost in that way, what are some things that they can do if they have these concerns about their children?
Yes, and a lot of parents will say, I feel afraid, I feel ashamed, and I feel alone.
Yeah.
So when we talk about fear, the best thing you can do is get empowered and educated. Read as much as possible as you can before you go. When you see your pediatrician, book an appointment specifically to talk about the mental health issues. Don't wait until until the end, which a lot of parents do. See a specialist. A child psychiatrist has devoted their life and has extensive specialty training in this. When we talk about shame, I say, you're not alone, and don't blame yourself. The best thing you can do is be the biggest advocate for your child. Allow them to unwrap the gifts. Help them actualize their full potential. All kids have some natural talent. Mastery and building your skills will lay the foundation for the self-esteem that will help them fight bullying and all sorts of problems that will come later in life. And I also say, lastly, you're not alone. We live in a culture that has a tendency to mommy shame at times, right? And we want to isolate, we want to internalize. This is not the time to do it. As parents, we want to be accepted just as much as we want our kids to be accepted. And understanding that you need a support system, you need a community. Either join a support group or become one.
Yeah. By the way, that's great advice. And what a beautiful story.
Yes, and out of the pain came some tremendous purpose, because this book is going to help so many people.
And Nathan's off being an actor and writing things. I mean, come on. Yeah, it's terrific.
A series for Netflix.
Congrats.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go.
Coming up, the live performance from country artist Michael Ray, coming up right after this.